Welcome. In this video, you will learn about MeSH or medical subject headings and how to identify them by using the MeSH browser. The MeSH browser is a lookup tool to identify the terms used to index the medical literature. Simply type in your term or research concept into the search bar. Let's try a few searches. I am researching prevention of falls with the elderly. If I look up the word falls, the MeSH browser lets me know it is not a MeSH term. The browser instead provides the entry accidental falls to describe my topic. Next, let's explore a scope note. All MeSH terms have a scope note. Scope notes provide the researcher with knowledge of the extent to which the term covers the topic. An example, my patient population is the elderly. When I look up the term elderly, it suggests the term aged. If we review the scope note, when I use the MeSH term aged to search, I will be seeking research that is covering those aged 65 to 79. For a person that's older than 79, MeSH browser tells me that I need to use the MeSH term aged 80 and over. Another area to consider when building a search is the list of qualifiers assigned to a MeSH term. Qualifiers are identified terms that can be used in combination with the MeSH to be made more specific when conducting a search. Let's look at testicular neoplasms. Testicular neoplasms qualifiers appear in a list. An example would be complications, diagnosis, drug therapy, epidemiology, etiology, mortality, and prevention and control. These terms can be used in conjunction with testicular neoplasms to build a more specific search. That is the MeSH browser in a nutshell. Don't forget to use the scope notes and qualifiers to identify terms to use when building searches. Then use those terms to search the literature in our databases.